Hello and welcome back to One Trainer vs. the World Season 2. Now I know this episode might be a bit delayed, but that's simply because, well, I had to grind up an entire new team to level 50 in order to get them back up to speed. And you know, when you lose your entire team and you're playing Soul Silver, that tends to take a while. Also, I was thinking of having Dudley and Tristan be on the final team, but after asking some advice on the Nuzlocke forum, I was told that they really wouldn't contribute much, so I decided I'm instead going to go for the best team I can possibly muster. Because if I can't induce Cubey and the others into the Hall of Fame, you can be damn sure I'm going to avenge them. Alright. After how badly things went last time, I'm still quite nervous, but I do think I've done all the preparations I possibly can at this point. So, time to take a look at the Avengers. For starters, we have Merlin the Slowbro, who knows Surf, Ice Beam, Psychic and Amnesia, and is holding the Shell Bell because, well, I didn't have anything else that I could really give him, so it annoys me that he has a special attack lowering in nature, but then again, he still has a really high special attack, so he can make do. And then there's Tim with the choice specs. You know, it's funny, this run really has made me appreciate the Tentacruel line. Before this run, I would never even have considered using him. Wielding the choice specs so as to be able to dish out devastating damage. Although that Toxic Spikes move is a bit useless for him, but still. And then you have Umbridge, the Crobat, who despite her unlikable name I've decided to use anyway, and looking at it now, she actually has a pretty great nature too. She's probably the one with the least good movesets generally speaking, but she's mostly going to be relying on Fly anyway, and she has the sharp beak to boost that. Then, dropping my whole previous reservations about using Pokemon I'd used before, I decided to bring along Eneru because, well, he is just too useful to leave out. Granted, two of his moves are kind of useless at this point, but still, Thunderbolt and Flash Cannon should be enough to deal devastating damage on most anything. And then we have Jack Frost, who has the Earthquake and Takedown and Hail to boost his evasion. It bothers me a bit that he's got a defense-lowering nature, so he's not very bulky, which doesn't go very well with the fact that he's an Ice type, but And the last one, Shadowfax, whom I decided to teach Return because I can. He's got a Muscle Band to boost his physical attack, and I decided just to fill out his move slot I'd use Flamethrower, because while his physical attack is stronger, his special attack is still good enough that it can still be useful. And then there's Takedown, just in case I happen to need to hit extra hard, but actually no, come to think of it, Takedown is completely useless. Why do I still have that? Alright, because I can't think of anything better to teach him. I would have liked to have Will-O-Wisp, but that would require me to wait until tomorrow, so I don't want to wait any longer. I want to get this over with. And I've stocked up on all the healing items I can ever need. And also the battle items. Way more than I'll ever need. So, it's time to try again. Right. I was going to put Eneru up front. I just had to double check. Yes, I've heard all this stuff before. Let's just get to the battle. Now this time I'm really hoping I'll be able to get through the entire Pokémon League in one episode, because I don't want this to drag out for too long. But honestly, having looked at my team, I think I have a much stronger team now than I did last time, so it should be alright, I think. This should presumably immediately kill this Xatu, so indeed it did. And Eneru has the advantage on almost everything that's in here, so yeah, he can easily deal with Jinx. The good thing with Eneru that made me choose him over Moody is the fact that he has so many resistances. I mean, he's quadruply weak to ground, but there's hardly any ground moves in this league, so... How dare you! Do you not know that you are dealing with a god? Now, don't use Lovely Kiss again, please. Damn it, you used Lovely Kiss again, please! Oh well. I have so many healing items that it's really no problem at all. Like, even if I run out of full heals, I still have 30 full restores, plus a few other status removing stuff, so... I have absolutely nothing to worry about here. Really, the only thing in this party that Eneru can't really deal with all that well is Executor. Or I mean, he could, but I need to switch him out, because at the moment the Choice Scarf has left him just locked in on Thunderbolt. And Thunderbolt won't do very good against the thing that just came out, so... Shadowfax! Nee! I'm already using so many full heals here. Actually, do I still have Awakenings left? Yeah, just to save the full heals. Because I can. It doesn't really matter, but... that could be completely irrelevant. Now, Flame Wheel is moving off Shadowfax's better stats, but Flamethrower is just the all-round stronger move, so... Flamethrower... And he's got Stab on it, which, you know, Norbert never did. Plus, I actually think Shadowfax might have better offensive stats than Norbert did anyway, so... Okay, this is one thing where Shadowfax is useless, but now I can go back to Enru and have him sweep the rest of this. Ah, going to make it annoying for me, eh? Well, in any case, it should be enough. And if this doesn't kill, then the next one probably will. So... Okay, that was not enough to kill. But now I'm going to take it out quite effortlessly. Okay, this battle is over. Yeah, you don't give up, but you're still going to lose immediately. And now for the next battle, I'm going to want Jack Frost leading the party. Though I should still probably heal up Enru just in case. Or rather, because I can. Yes, I've heard this before too. In fact, I've heard it twice, because I'm pretty sure you said basically the same thing in Leaf Green. I mean, not exactly the same thing, but more or less. And again, the fact that he isn't on the platform at first kind of makes me think that there's a graphical glitch going on. But there wasn't a graphical glitch going on. Now, Earthquake! Huh, and he's actually faster. I seem to recall Charlotte was not actually faster. And seeing how Jack Frost's attack stat is insane. Yep. Oh, but wait, I was actually thinking of putting Shadowfax up front, come to think of it. This might actually cost me, possibly. But I'm going to just hope that this thing doesn't immediately explode in my face. It did not immediately explode in my face. And now I can take it out effortlessly. Because while its physical defense is insane, its special defense is not. And it's 4 times effective, so ha. Now, Shadowfax doesn't actually need to fear anything from this guy, so... probably just going to stay in with Shadowfax for the time being. Okay, this could be annoying still. Not terribly annoying, but a bit annoying. Oh, Black Sludge, that could be a bit more annoying. At the same time, it might actually prevent him from using a full restore next turn. Unless I score a critical, which would be awesome. Nah, he's probably going to use a full restore anyway. Oh, that did a lot more than I thought it would. On second thought, going to switch into Jack Frost anyway. And now Koga is almost guaranteed to, yep, heal up, so now I can just hit with a mega effective Earthquake. Or I mean, it's just regular super effective, but... yeah, and he's going to make it harder for me to hit. Of course he is. Yeah. Should I pop an X accuracy? Okay, if this next one doesn't hit, I'm going to pop an X accuracy. Because you are wasting my Earthquakes. Right, he resists that. No big deal. And now just watch him use Minimize again. I freaking knew it. But you cannot use Minimize forever. Also, come to think of it, his evasion is boosted in Hail, so I'm just going to use Hail. Plus that'll also do like slight damage on the Muck, so nice. It's also nice that its Screech missed there. Though does it actually have a physical attack that could... alright, it's actually going to do nothing because of its Black Sludge. Lame. One more X accuracy then. You sure aren't going to make it any easier for me. I think its evasiveness is actually close to maxed out now, so... I might as well just continue with the X accuracies. This is an exciting battle indeed. Well, good thing I am also evasive at the moment. I don't know how much his ability boosts his evasiveness, but it certainly is boosted. Of course, the Hail is also slowing down the battle considerably. Alright. Now I'm pretty sure his evasiveness is maxed out, but I've also boosted my accuracy so much that it should still be a 50% chance of me hitting him, so I am going to try and hit him again. Success! And of course, for all that, Muck has done nothing to actually harm Jack Frost in any way. Though I'm not sure he's really going to do much good against the rest here. I mean, he can deal with that Venomoth, I'm pretty sure. Earthquake. And now I guess I can just finish things off with an Ice Fang, maybe. I don't know if it'll kill immediately, but Yeah, that's not gonna do you any good at this point, because my accuracy is tripled. Ice Fang isn't the strongest move in the world, but it's super effective, and again, Jack Frost's attack is insane, so of course it killed. Well, that was not difficult. Though, it could have been bad for Shadowfax if that one move had hit critical. And losing a Pokemon this time even earlier than the last time would have sucked. In any case, it's now time for Umbridge to lead the charge against the next battle. Yes, heard this before too. Oh dear, but if this doesn't kill, then that's going to be devastating, but what are the odds that this won't kill, honestly? Especially when it scores critical, it didn't even need to be asked that question. Now then... Yeah, of course he was going to send in one of the things that Umbridge can't do shit against. On the other hand, I have 2 water types. One of whom, on top of being a water type, is wearing choice specs. So he will hit with doubly effective water moves. Which will probably in turn bait out the Hitmonchan, easily the most terrifying thing on his team, considering my own movesets, but... Yep, Hitmonchan. I feel like probably the best thing I can do here is just switch around a bit to bait out something. Do I actually have anything that won't be hurt by any of his moves? Yes. Yes, I do. Shadowfax should be fine against all of his punches. You know, I always thought Shadowfax that Rapidash was supposed to be kind of frail, but I'm not so sure. He actually seems to be fairly good at taking hits. And with that, I think I can switch into Merlin, who can use Psychic to take out this thing easily. Without really anything in particular to fear. But rock moves still do neutral damage against him. On the other hand, he has physical bulk to spare. I do wish I wasn't fighting with basically an entire team of Pokemon I hadn't used before, though. It's like... I don't really have any particular investment in these Pokemon. I mean, like, none of them I've even used before this, except I've used Tim as an HM slave. Well, that's not gonna be a problem, I believe. Of course, now we're coming up on the fight that might be a problem. And again, I feel like I should save just to be sure. Right, so here comes the terrifying part. Mostly because of that Gengar. Though I have figured out that there are ways to neutralize that Gengar somewhat, but I don't think there's any way to really make it completely harmless. Wow, Jack Frost is faster than the Umbreon. I suppose just being an ice type, I just assume he's going to be slow, but actually he isn't that slow. He is decently fast. And actually, I'm just going to set up a hailstorm right now. It might help me in the future. Which suddenly reminds me of one thing I should have done. I should have tried to get something, a move that could inflict a status condition. Specifically hypnosis or specifically sleep or paralysis on the Gengar. Now, with Jack Frost's insanely high physical attack coupled with his kind of meh defenses, I don't want him to be confused. Confusion is not good for him, okay? That should be fine though. Now, I think I can say for certain that the next thing going to come out is Vileplume. In which case, obviously just going to switch to Shadowfax. Even though things are going perfectly fine so far, I'm still nervous just remembering how this battle went the last time. Houndoom? Why are you sending out Houndoom now? Ah well, Tim then. Of course, does Tim outspeed? Ah, it's not even using Nasty Plot at the moment. In that case, I suppose Tim is perfectly safe. Because I see no reason that this Surf will not take out Houndoom instantly. And Tim is faster. Awesome. I mean, Houndoom's special defense is better than its physical defense, but Tim has doubled special attack. Right. In that case, Eneru. Which is probably going to lead to her sending out the Gengar next, at which point things will be terrifying. Oh wait, I do have one thing that can inflict status conditions on the Gengar. On the other hand, using said thing might result in the death of Eneru. So, it's kind of terrifying. I think I must risk it. Or, how is Eneru's special defense? Because this thing does have Focus Blast. Alternately, I could use Merlin. I mean, this thing does have Lick, but Lick isn't really going to do much with that defense. Just, of course, in any case, the problem with this Gengar is that it will have a Destiny Bond. Wow, it did not even use Focus Blast. So, in that case, Amnesia, I suppose. And now you're using Focus Blast against the thing that resists it. You are dumb. I think I'm just going to have to stall this thing to just make it use up its terrifying moves. Because I mean, Merlin can take this thing out, but a misplaced Destiny Bond will mean that Merlin will also die. And there you have the most terrifying thing this Gengar can do, and it did practically nothing at all. It doesn't look to be using Destiny Bond, but knowing my luck, as soon as I think it's not going to use it anymore, it's going to use it. And of course Amnesia at this point is doing absolutely nothing, but meh. Okay, you know what? I am going to risk this. It doesn't seem to be using Destiny Bond, and it didn't use Destiny Bond now, so I think this is in the box. See, that wasn't too bad, was it? I mean, it was terrifying the last time. It lost me my son, but this time, it didn't lose me anything. Moo ha ha ha. And with that, it's time for Shadowfax to finish the job! You know, while I'm not going to get to use this new team much, I do like this new team. It is cool and strong. I just wish I had actually had the chance to use them more previously in the game, so that I would have more to say about them. But really, the only one here who has any particular personality would be Eneru, and he basically has the same personality as Sidious, because they're both basically bad guys with a god complex. Now, I think I'm pretty much good to go here. Now then, the thing with Lance is that I can probably guess which Dragonite he is going to send out based on who I have at the front, so when Eneru now effortlessly takes out his Gyarados, he's probably going to send out the Dragonite with Fire Blast. Alright, once again the moment of truth has arrived, but this time I have a full party of 6. So, I think I shall be able to win this time. Really, if I'd played my cards better, I probably could have won last time too. But we shall never know. Except strictly speaking we could. I mean, I do actually have a save backup, so I could potentially go back in there with the same team and see if under the same circumstance I could have won if I'd played my cards better. But I don't feel like doing that. Yep, and with that Gyarados has fallen, and actually it's possible that he might send out Charizard too. Counting with that might actually be more likely. Yep, Charizard. In which case Tim or Merlin, either one, but Tim is the one who hits harder. Yeah, that's not gonna do anything. Even though Tim has a defense lowering nature. Surf. Although I could have also used Ice Beam, come to think of it, it would still hit really hard and would prepare Tim for what comes next, but for what comes next I am going to switch into probably Jack Frost. Dragonite, probably the one that knows Thunder, so yeah, Jack Frost. Thunder Wave. Going to lead with Hail again. Okay, that's terrifying. I might not be able to make through this without anything dying. Or I might. Well, I mean, Dragon Rush is now going to be less accurate than it was previously, so I could heal up and wait this out. That's kind of why I used Hail anyway. I mean, he's already hitting me with a not that accurate move, so... And it missed. Awesome. Now then, have a 4 times effective Ice Fang dealt by a monstrous attack stat. Unless it misses. And it didn't miss. Which is awesome. Ha! Take that, Lance! Your Dragonite is pitiful! Now, will the remaining Dragonites be equally pitiful? Because given the circumstance, I'm going to assume another Dragonite is coming out now. Level 50, that is the Fire Blast one. So, with that being the case... Tim again then, obviously. Though, is Tim faster than Dragonite? That's the question. He has a speed boosting nature, so he might be. In any case, Ice Beam. He is indeed faster. This is going to kill. I have very little doubt about it. The final Dragonite does not really have anything for me to fear. Actually, at this point, Tim can probably just sweep the rest of it. Man, this went better than last time. Alright, I thought this would never happen. Yes, and I thought it would never happen that I would wipe to you. So... oh dear. Okay, maybe Tim wasn't able to sweep. Or maybe he was. Everybody lives, Vega. Just this once. Everybody lives! Cubey, Laxus, Norbert, Charlotte, Maleficent, Hercules, you have been avenged. Phew. You have become truly powerful, Vega. Your Pokémon have responded to your strong and upstanding nature. As a trainer, you will continue to grow strong with your Pokémon. Oh no, it's all over! Professor Oak, if you weren't so slow!
Ah, Vega, it's been a long time. You certainly look more impressive. Your conquest of the league is just fantastic. Your dedication, trust and love for your Pokémon made this happen. Your Pokémon were outstanding too. Because they believed in you as a trainer, they persevered. Congratulations, Vega!
Let's interview the brand new champion! This is getting to be a bit noisy. Vega, could you come with me? Oh wait, we haven't done the interview! It's been a long time since I last came here. This is where we commemorate the league champions for all eternity. Their courageous Pokémon are also inducted. Here today, we witness the rise of a new league champion, a trainer who feels compassion for and trust towards all Pokémon, a trainer who succeeded through perseverance and determination, the new league champion who has all the makings of greatness. Vega, allow me to register you and your partners as champions. And of course, since Johto and Kanto have the same league, I have now made up for the fact that I was banished from the Kanto region. And now Vega is once again the champion of 2 regions. Her journey is coming along nicely. You know, I really did not expect in the early stages of this game that it would end up being quite this epic. I mean, for the early episodes, I was honestly just downright bored at one point because nothing was dying on me and there was just no threat before Morty, basically. And then I wiped to the Pokémon League. And suddenly, even though I swept the league this time, the journey was just so much more intense. Like, oh my god! Though, I'm still kind of glad to be moving on to another game, because in a lot of ways, this game has been kind of frustrating to play. So many cases of me not being able to use the Pokemon that I want to their full potential, either because of missing TMs, or because their evolutions are impossible to obtain. In any case, Vega's conquest of the Johto region is complete, and now her journey will take her to the Hoenn region, where I won't even come up with any reason for why she doesn't have her Pokemon with her anymore. Next time! Yo mother, pack your bags, we are moving to the Hoenn region.
What? But that's so sudden. Well, I suppose I had been wanting to visit your father.
Yes, exactly.